have a UFC fight. We're going to have a UFC fight. Think of this, on the grounds of the White House. We have a lot of land there. We're going to build a little, we're not, Dana's going to do it. Dana's great, one of a kind. We're going to have a UFC fight, championship fight, full fight, like 20, 25,000 people. And we're going to do that as part of 250 also. We're going to have some incredible events, some professional events, some amateur events. But the UFC fight's going to be a big deal too. And
not coming back, bro. Conor's done. I saw Conor hit somebody the other day again. He be hitting random people now, man.
But isn't that indicative of him wanting to come back? He wanted to get back in there.
Sucker punching people.
With all that money, he's just hitting people. You know he got too much money because you know he's getting sued. He like Oprah, million for you, million for you. Every time he feel like he want to hit somebody.
You don't think there's a chance for Conor to come back?
I think Michael Chandler getting beat on by Charles Oliveira the way he did makes it more likely that he would come back to fight Chandler. He can only fight the right guy though. A guy that is really good and willing to stand and trade with him. Then he might be able to get in there and fight.
My last fight, the Islam fight, I had 2 broken ribs going into the fight. And I knew it was gonna be a wrestling grind. My wife wanted me to pull out of the fight. Mike Brown wanted me to pull out of the fight, but I couldn't. Yeah. Gamrot broke my ribs like right before fight week.
Damn it.
It was an accident. It was. What's crazy though, it was an arm bar. It was just my arm was pulled weird, and I did like a hitchhiker. I was trying to roll out, and then my ribs just popped. So it was a crazy accident.
I don't understand how anyone can say that they should get a title shot over Arman Tsarukyan. He was the #1 contender for the last year. He was in line to fight for the belt. But if I'm Justin, I don't know that I'm fighting all those young dudes.
I 100% agree, but how else do you get to the title?
When you're getting older and you start hearing, hey, I want you to fight Paddy Pimblett. No, seriously.
Wow.
There's a lot of equity in your name.
For the purpose of, if it doesn't go your way, we build up this new guy.
Exactly. If you are smart, I have to question, what does this get me? Ilia hasn't fought any of those guys. So they're going to start putting those guys in there before they get back to JG unless he wins one more. For Paddy Pimblett to truly make his name, he's got to beat Justin. And if it ain't Justin, then it needs to be Oliveira, Poirier, Max Holloway. You need one of those marquee victories because that's going to put me in line for a championship.
Después de ganar en el ligero, ¿uno de tus objetivos puede ser un tercer cinturón, por ejemplo, en la categoría de welter?
Puede ser, podría ser.
¿Y Makhachev en el welter es viable?
Totalmente viable. Porque de mi parte sí. A ver, si fuera por mí, tú piensas, el sábado que viene tendríamos un UFC en España contra Makhachev en el primer asalto y en el segundo contra Paddy.
I'm curious, tell us more about how you see a matchup with Topuria playing out.
I'm just take him down and hold him and just maul him. And I just finish him on the ground. He's not gonna able to escape from me.
The wrestling and the takedowns are the key then.
Yeah, and my kicks, my wrestling, my ground and pound, and my strengths. Boxing, he's good on one thing, on the boxing. But me, wrestling, kicks, ground and pound, and like a control time.
So the more well-rounded fighter you believe is
I mean,
yourself.
4 versus 1, who's gonna win? I mean,
sure.
If you're not gonna stay on his boxing distance, how he's gonna beat you? I don't know.
fácil que Paddy, incluso te lo digo. Mucho más. Es que no sé ni qué nombre ponerle a él. Tú imagínate tener la oportunidad de pelear por el campeonato del mundo y cuando llega el día decir que te retiras porque te duele la espalda. O sea, no lo concibo, no lo puedo llegar a entender, ¿sabes? Sin un brazo hubiera subido. Yo me da igual el día cuando me tocaba pelear con Ball, con Max, vamos, me da igual, subo, pero de todas formas. Y él, ya sabe lo que hizo. No me duele la espalda, no peleo. Tío, claramente, mentalmente no está cuando tienes que estar.
Since the fight will never happen, gun to my head, I would have said John Jones will beat him right now. I would have said he'll probably beat him right now. Because guess why? Tom has never been pushed into those championship rounds. But if Tom gets to those once he gets to those championship rounds, even now, say Tsarukyan pushes him 25 minutes. And if he beats Tsarukyan, but he learns to go 25 minutes where that first time you feel that, I gotta get up off that stool after the third round. Yo, Tom hasn't gotten off the stool for a third round. You needed to fight Tom now when he doesn't have that experience, especially as John Jones.
Khamzat and Dricus fighting for the belts in just over a month's time. What are your initial thoughts on that matchup stylistically?
So honestly, I'd have to say Dricus would be a favourite. He probably is a favourite, but I think I'm leaning towards Dricus. The whole thing can be summed up. Chimaev will take him down.
Yeah.
Will he finish him before he gets back up? That's the $1 million question. Because if he doesn't finish him on the ground, I think he loses. But yeah.
That was great yesterday. Getting too old, dog. I never wrestled in a fight, but wrestled with me. Yeah. I didn't even go with 55 injury, but I don't know if you counted one.
He was laughing at me saying, how the f do you make 55? He mightn't be anywhere near me weight when I fight, but at the minute it was nice getting around him with him, man, you know what I mean? As much as people say as well, he goes mad, he doesn't. He was nice and chilled with me there, didn't try and take me head off at all.
Oh, bro, he's a good guy. Oh, he's a big man, bro. He's a big tough guy. I've always been a fan of Patty, dude, you know.
Brother, I was so fucking tired, I cannot believe myself. I guess when you turn 36, you just be like Gilbert, brother. Get assim out.
Hey, Carlos Practice looking with better cardio, bro.
Brother, to compare me at Carlos Practice is so much disrespect, but not with me, to him. Because went 5 rounds. Five rounds. But I have this in my mind. I think if that fight was 5 rounds, I would beat Dariush.
You think so?
Yeah. Can I explain myself?
Please.
Yes, please. Yeah, because I got tired to a point that I was not getting any tired. Can you understand?
You hit a wall, basically.
I hit a wall, yeah. So
it wouldn't have got worse, essentially.
No, it would not get worse.
During a press conference in Spain, when asked if he would beat a prime Conor McGregor, Ilia said, "Without a doubt, the sport evolves every year. It's constantly evolving. It's like comparing a football star from the 80s or 90s to today's game. Would they shine? Maybe, but I think there are better players now."
I know everybody was looking for a fight announcement. Trust me, I wish I had that as well. But
please, no,
nothing there yet, but it's going to happen.
No!